It's The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, featuring Kevin Eubanks and The Tonight Show Band. And me, I'm Ed Hall. Tonight, Jay welcomes Catherine Zeta-Jones, presidential candidate Howard Dean, the music of Lyle Lovett, and headlines. And now, Jay Leno.
To have everybody here. Well, folks, you know what happens. 1 week from today, the next recall begins. Yeah, let's get those signatures. Come on, get those names. But seriously, I want to warn Californians, you know, you have less than a week to learn how to poke a hole in a paper ballot. It's too hard. Well, the campaign continues. Over the weekend, Governor Gray Davis visited a retirement center in West Los Angeles. I'm not sure he was campaigning or looking for a place to live after next week, but I'm not sure why he was there. I think Davis is getting a little desperate. Have you noticed in his speeches, he's starting to sound more and more like Arnold? Have you noticed this? No, maybe it's me. Play the tape. Take a listen.
Every day, we will point out yet another mistake where Mr. Schwarzenegger is tearing down this great state. But his personal partisan advantage. I want to leave California far better off than we have.
And listen to this. And reports say that Ariana Huffington is threatening to drop out. Ooh. And then like Saddam Hussein threatening to commit suicide? Oh, please, yeah. Oh, gosh, we can't have that. You know, it's interesting. You can tell Ariana's campaign is starting to lose momentum. Like today, she called Schwarzenegger and said, "Hey, were you serious when you said you had a part for me in Terminator 4? You know, It's now being reported that when Cruz Bustamante finally got his college degree in 2003, do you know he just got his college degree now? Uh-oh. That's 30 years, a long time to go to college, but he just got it. It turns out he received credit for a class he never attended. I had no idea he played football for Ohio State. Did you? I didn't even know. Well, apparently, yeah. And presidential candidate Howard Dean is on the show tonight. You know, it's interesting. Well, I'll tell you. See, here's the thing. We wanted to keep it a secret, but somebody in the Bush White House leaked it. So I don't know how it got out. Well, that's the big story. The White House has denied that President Bush's chief political strategist, Karl Rove, was involved in leaking the name of a CIA officer to a reporter in order to intimidate her husband. You following this story? Yeah. They said, this is simply not the way the White House operates. The campaign staff, yeah, but not. No. As I mentioned, Howard Dean is on the program tonight. I'll let a little survey. For those of you not familiar with Howard Dean, join the club. No. How many hear the name Howard Dean and think presidential candidate? How many hear the name Howard Dean and think pure pork sausage? Yeah. See, this is what you have to overcome. Impressive man, Howard Dean, just talking to him. He's a politician, a Democrat, and a medical doctor. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's a medical doctor, a politician, and a Democrat. So he has 3 reasons to tell women to take their clothes off now. So that's pretty impressive. Politician, Democrat. And it's getting stranger and stranger. Presidential candidate Wesley Clark said yesterday he believes that technology will one day make time travel possible. He wants science to develop time travel where people can go back in time. He wants to turn back the clock, so maybe he really is a Republican. Yeah, so... Bad news and good news on the economic front today. The bad news is the unemployment rate is expected to increase next month by like 1 million people. But the good news, they're all telemarketers. Yeah! Yeah! As you know, yesterday President Bush signed the Do Not Call bill, and this bill has caused a lot of controversy. This is nothing new, this Do Not Call thing. Hollywood has had a Do Not Call thing for years. I think Pauly Shore's on it, Carrot Top's on it. Sean Young, I think she's on it. There's a whole lot of people. This is not usual. See, I don't understand why these Democrats dislike President Bush so much. I mean, according to a new report, more than 1 million people sunk into poverty last year. That's 1 million more Democrats Bush has created. He's giving them more voters every day. They should get down on their knees and thank God that more Democrats are being created on a daily basis. Hey, did you see Laura Bush in France with President Chirac? Was it me? Did she look uncomfortable when Chirac kissed her hand? Did you see that? Show the tape. Now look at her. Look, see, here she does. Now watch this. He kisses her hand. Now watch her reaction here. Now let's see, wipes her hand. She sprays Lysol. Look, and then she scrubs her ass. And look at that, look at acid. She puts acid on her hand. Oh, man, I think, still a little animosity there. Here's something interesting. Researchers in China, this is amazing, have fused human cells with rabbit eggs. Human cells with rabbit eggs. They hope to one day develop a human with a lucky foot. That's what they're trying to do. They're working with a lucky foot. So stupid. You know, you write a great political joke, nothing. A stupid foot joke. And a British man has become the first person to cross the Atlantic Ocean in an open wicker basket balloon. He didn't plan that way. He just booked a window seat on Priceline.com, and that's all, you know. So this is all we got. It's all right, fine. What else? Oh, researchers in England say they now have evidence that TV commercials are responsible for kids eating too much sugar. Yeah, we have evidence, too. Our fat-ass kids. Whoa. Oh, and Sears announced this week they plan to sell their clothes on their website. Sears is going to sell clothes on the website. Now you can shop at Sears without ever seeing a salesperson. You know, just like the real store. It's basically the same thing. You never see... Hello? Anybody working? Hello? And The Rock's new movie, The Rundown, #1 at the box office with $18 million. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. That means in 10 years, he could be our next governor. Yeah. And finally, here's something interesting. 53% of the men surveyed say they regretted having a one-night stand. See? The other 40% didn't get caught. Yeah, that's basically what happened. Anyway, folks, we've got headlines tonight and the beautiful Catherine Zeta-Jones. Say hello to Kevin Eubanks and the Tonight Show Band.
Here in Chicago, internet users are taking the Net Zero High Speed Challenge. 2 computers connected to the internet through ordinary phone jacks. One using standard dial-up, the other Net Zero High Speed dial-up.
Net Zero is way faster than the standard dial-up.
It's awesome. I'd much rather go with Net Zero.
You can surf the web up to 5 times faster for only $14.95 a month.
So I would say Net Zero is a good deal.
Net Zero High Speed is a must-have.
Net Zero High Speed. Get it at netzero.com.
MGM Pictures presents Academy Award winner Denzel Washington in Out of Time.
I need Prince ASAP.
Chief, you okay?
Just do it!
Critics are saying he delivers a knockout performance. Out of Time, rated PG-13, starts Friday everywhere.
Marie Callender made her country fried chicken dinner with creamy mashed potatoes and sweet corn on the cob. And we're still making it Marie's way. Marie Callender's country fried chicken dinner, made with the care of Marie.
Introducing solid foods at the wrong time could put your baby at risk. That's tomorrow morning on NBC 13 Today. Plus, find out how some East Alabama residents will get a chance for cleaner air. We've got you covered from 5 to 7 a.m. on NBC 13 Today.
The New Yorker raves. Ellen is so good at what she does, you can't believe you get to watch her for free.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Next, Ellen, Kevin James, and Thursday, the music of Sir Elton John. Ellen.
Tomorrow at 10 a.m. on NBC 13.
No down payment, no security deposit, no bank fees, no nothing.
Sarah Toyota announces Toyotas with nothing down. 03 Camrys $195 with nothing down. Or 04 Corollas $157 nothing down. Plus 0% APR is available. Nothing down Toyotas. Only at Sarah Toyota, home of the original free tires for life. 03 Camrys $195 or 04 Corollas $157. All with nothing down.
Are you ready for some football savings? Join the Sarah Chevrolet team as the Super Savings Heroes put a heavy hit on high prices with touchdown deals on new Chevrolets. 2004 Cavaliers, just $10.99. Rugged 2004 Silverados starting at just $269 a month. And go long with 2004 Trailblazers starting at $377 a month. Plus, the extra point, it's good because Sarah will give you a big 27-inch TV free with your new car. Sarah saves you money. The touchdown deals are at Sarah Chevrolet, 1170 Center Point Parkway.
Welcome back, everybody. Find out if Catherine Zeta-Jones is still mad at me.
Oh, what'd you do?
I told you about the other night. We went to dinner and she got mad. Well, we'll see when she comes out, but she was a little huffy about it.
Huffy? Oh, yeah.
Huffy. You know how cute women get huffy.
Okay.
Folks, it's Tuesday night. Time for headlines. The brochure, it says Taste of Postville, Ethnic Food and Entertainment. I'm not familiar with this particular one here. Anybody ever heard of that? 18 different types of hog dungs and smoothies. I'm not sure. Normally I enjoy ethnic food. I'm not sure I would like that.
No.
Yes, you wonder why kids have problems. There's Coeur d'Alene Brewing Company. Ask about our kids' birthday program. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. This seems a little scary. Nuclear plant gets glowing report. I don't know, do you really want a glowing? Lost and found American flags, call to ID. Yeah, what color are they? This is the stupidest sentence. Door is window to home. No, it's not. The window is the window to the home. The door is the door to the home. The door is not the window to the home. Cab, what I love, stupid criminals, right? Here's a guy, Thaddeus Tomasic, wearing a mask, entered the North School, teaches federal credit. This guy robs a credit union. Gets away with it, gets away with the money. Police pick him up later when he's walking down the street still wearing the mask. Guy's carrying the money with the mask on. I love this one. Start over here. Start with the German, Ellen. See what it says? Stimulate growth and help stop hair loss with German hair tonic. Look at the two people. Look at the lovely hair on those German people. Pan over. For thicker, full of hair, try Indian hair formula. Yes, Indian hair formula. Here's the thing. Here's the Simple Cremation Seminar. If you want cremation, you must attend this seminar. It's at the Carousel Bakery. Carousel Bakery. Grandpa smells like cinnamon. Ooh, how creepy is this? There's a tiny tavern. Try our famous chili made from the original owner, Lucy. Or Lucille. How bad an actor is this kid? Here's a kid that is selling some kind of phone service, TDS phone service. Kid's having a wonderful phone call. Look, he's enjoying it at the time of his life. Too bad the phone isn't plugged in. Gee, I wonder if this was made in China. I always like when the Chinese translate directions. ABC bead. All figures are made by children's likable ones. While playing these beads, children can be clear-headed. Okay. I don't know. This one made me laugh. Okay. The best hearing aids money can buy at unheard of low prices. Here's another moron criminal. I love stupid criminals. This guy decides to steal a car. What does he steal? He steals the Clown-mobile. A Chevy Astro painted bumper to bumper with yellow, pink, blue, red flowers, hearts, and a giant clown head. Police picked him up a few miles from the scene. I love when they talk to people on the street. Local and Northwest. This is the Chronicle in central Washington. Voice of the people. This is Samantha's series. Would you be willing to attend a church where the minister was gay? Her answer, no, because I don't feel that's what God wants. I don't think he's ready for that. He'd be turning over in his grave. Apparently, yeah, you know. You might want to go to church a little more often. God turning over in his grave. He's so mad about this. How self-serving is this? Meridian goes crazy for Brian White. By Brian White. Stupid criminals, Kev. I love them. There you go. No shirt, no luck. Look at this guy. This guy, what's his name? Johnny Wayne. Sounds like a criminal or a porn star. The trooper asked Hines his name. Hines wasn't wearing a shirt. Police got suspicious when the name tattooed on his back was not the same as the name he gave them. Guy has his name tattooed on his back. All right, fine. What is the voting age? 18? Yeah. Used to be 21, 18. This is why it's not going to go any lower, right here. Here's John Good, 17. He's a student. They said, do you think Arnold Schwarzenegger would be a good governor? Yes, I do. He seems like he's a good businessman. And besides, in 1968, when he was Mr. Universe, he was in charge of the whole universe. I'm always amazed at people who can beat the odds. You know, people that go through heart transplants and surgeries, they come back from cancer. And you always wonder, what do you learn from that? What do you take from this near-death experience? Here's Orange Park heart recipient continues to buck the odds. There's Fred Noose received a heart transplant, and look at him smoking a cigarette. Yeah. So I'm gonna make that mistake again. I'm sure these are fine crackers. They're made in China. But, you know, Chinese translation, just don't. These are Julie's delicious caca crackers. Yes, this is caca crackers. Take precautions with elderly in heat. Yeah. Apparently, Grandpa gets a little frisky this time of year. Tight end returns after colon surgery. Kevin, you know me, I know cars pretty well.
Sure.
I thought I knew all the cars. I never heard of this, this particular model. It's a 93 Pontiac Grindam. Hey, girls, want to go for a ride in my Pontiac? One more, all right. Hudson woman defends son facing S&M club charges.
Uh-oh.
Although she was shocked to learn of his arrest on charges that he ran an S&M sex party in Attleboro, Benjamin Davis's mother yesterday said he's a decent man with a good track record. Look what she says. I'm proud of him, Deborah Davis says, but the other part of me wants to spank him. And there's your problem right there. Folks, you have a headline. Send it Tonight Show with Jay Leno, 3000 West Alameda Avenue, Burbank, California, 91523. If you want to see more headlines, go to our website at www.nbc.com/Tonight Show. Be right back with Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Your boss expects a report in 1 hour, but it's a gorgeous 74 degrees outside. So, you handle it like a true professional. With a laptop powered by Centrino, Intel's mobile technology, you can work wirelessly in thousands of places, even Bryant Park, under your favorite tree. Intel Centrino mobile technology.
For years, he has made us laugh. Now, get ready to see a Bill Murray we haven't seen before. It's a career triumph. He's flat out hilarious. Lost in Translation, rated R, now playing.
What did you have for dinner?
Last night, I nuked half a soggy chicken burrito.
I zapped a veggie dog and 4 chewy buns.
I turned turkey into jerky. I had a crispy crust pizza topped with mozzarella, Asiago, Parmesan, and Romano cheeses sprinkled with basil. It was one of those new lean cuisine pizzas, right out of the microwave.
New crispy crust pizza from Lean Cuisine. It's not just lean, it's cuisine.
When you care about your car, you want to keep it protected. No one understands that like your State Farm agent.
We live where you live.
That's why more people insure their cars with State Farm than anyone else, because we care about you the way you care about your car.
Is it a marvel of engineering? A triumph of technology? Or a new benchmark of design? Yes. Introducing the new LS from Lexus.
Sorry, I was driving too fast.
No, my fault. You must be gelling, like Magellan.
Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles are so soft, they make any shoe feel outrageously comfortable. Are you gelling? Dr. Scholl.
At Premier Chevrolet, now is the time because we have truckloads of 2004s in stock and we still have a great supply of 2003s and the choice is yours. Look, drive home a new 2003 S10 for only $10,477. 2004 Silverados are now priced at only $15,300 and their rebates up to $6,000 on new Chevys plus 60 months interest-free financing. Now is the time to hurry to Premier Chevrolet on the Bessemer Superhighway. Chevy, we'll be there.
Why buy a 2003 Honda when you can buy a 2004 model for the same price or even less? Yes, the 2004s are rolling in at Townsend Honda, and we're determined to be the 2004 sales leader. The all-new Accord. Truckloads are in stock and more on the way. Plus, you'll find a great selection of new Civics, Pilots, Odysseys, Elements, and more. Save with 1.9 financing on new Civics, or drive home an Element EX for only $249 a month. Drive a nicely equipped Accord for just $239 a month. Why buy a 2003 when you can buy a 2004 at Townsend Honda?
Great show tonight. Catherine Zeta-Jones is on her way out. Presidential candidate Howard Dean is here, and old friend Lyle Lovett will perform. Tomorrow night, the winner of the Jay Leno lookalike contest, George Clooney, will be here tomorrow. Also music from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Molly Sims will join us. She's from that new TV show, Las Vegas. Later in the week, we got Lucy Liu, old friend Elton John, and Cedric the Entertainer, and the Fruitcake Lady with more advice to the young people. I think that's what they need, more advice from our crusty 92-year-old cake. Let's get right to it. She is crusty. I'm not gonna be aw. My first guest, beautiful and talented actress. This year she won an Oscar for Best Supporting Role as actress in Chicago. Starring with Clooney in the new movie Intolerable Cruelty, which is a great movie. The people are so awful in this movie. They're such evil characters, but they look so good. But it's a very funny movie. It opens on October 10th. Please welcome the lovely Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Thank you.
Wow.
Well, the last time I was on, I was just about to give birth. I can only
She
get
just
better.
had a baby yesterday. Look how good she looks. Are you still huffy with me? Are you still mad at me?
Yeah. I'm surprised I'm here.
Well...
And thank God that I'm not a politician, because I'd get creamed every night.
You were the cheapskate, so that's... I just pointed that out.
I wasn't a cheapskate.
Yeah, we did this... How cool is this? I'm at this benefit. It's me, Paul McCartney, and James Taylor, and you were in the audience. And we're raising money for charity. So I said...
And we were honored that night, my husband and I.
Yes, you were honored as well.
For our work with landmines.
You worked with landmines. You were honored as well. But I said to Paul, and we're trying to raise... I said, Paul, give me your meal ticket thing to get in here. He signed it and made a little face. And I said, I'm going to auction this off.
This is so
all the money. And I said, I believe it went for $12,500. And you bid how much?
$25.
$25. And I pointed out to the audience, here's a woman, Academy Award winner, to reach into her pocket.
Welsh girl. It's a facade, Jay. It's a facade. I'm a cheap Welsh girl with good morals, and I thought $25 would suffice.
Well, there you go. But it's made me laugh.
And the thing is, you know, it wasn't until after I raised my hand up and bid $25 that I realized how stupid I was.
Oh, yeah, it was great. It was perfect for me, because I got to slam you. I was just boom.
Now for the rest of my life, I have to listen to this abuse.
Now, are you a thrifty person? Are you rather thrifty by nature?
I am thrifty by nature, yeah.
Cheap or thrifty?
Thrifty.
Thrifty, no.
Thrifty.
Really? Really? I mean, do you look for...
Do I look cheap, Jay?
No, not at all. No, this is far as... No, actually. No, not at all. Not in the least. No, siree, Bob. No, siree. Now, I want to ask you, I haven't seen you, well, I haven't seen you on the show since you won the Academy Award, and then congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Very exciting. Now, you were... I know when you got that, you were 8 months and 4 weeks and an hour. You were like...
Yeah, only me, right?
Seconds away.
It was a thrilling experience, but the chance to sing live with Queen Latifah was an opportunity that I didn't want to miss. You know, when am I going to have the chance, anytime in my lifetime, to be singing live at the Oscars? So I grabbed it, and it really put my mind off the actual, you know, the award thing.
Right.
But there was one moment when we were coming out of the stage, you know, me and Queen Latifah, just with our mics held, and we looked over each other, and we had that moment of, what the hell are we doing? I was like this. I could barely stand in my stiletto heels, and there I am going to sing in front of billions. It's like, what was I thinking when I said yes? But within that moment, the audience started applauding, and it was over.
Now, I know you. Did you say, what the hell?
No. I used the four-letter word beginning with F. Because not only am I a cheap Welsh girl, I have a mouth like a truck driver.
Oh, but what's... No. Oh, but... Beautiful women talking dirty. What's better than that?
Yeah.
Now, what did you... Now, I can't believe, because most doctors say, oh, don't even get off the chair when you're 8 3/4 months and 2 hours pregnant. I mean, what did he say when he said, well, I'm going to dance at the Oscars, do a kick-up number?
I wasn't dancing at the Oscars,
well,
but I didn't actually go in. I didn't go into details. I just said that I was going to be on the stage at the Oscars.
Oh. Because you know he would have said...
No, I know. But no, everything was going fine, and I thought, why not? I can always go over to Cedars-Sinai and pop that baby out.
Pop the baby out and come back.
Come straight back for the party.
Yeah, that's today's modern woman. Now, where do you keep the Oscar? Do you have a special place at the house? Do you have a little...
He's traveled well. I took him to New York, then I took him home to Bermuda, and that's where he's residing now.
Okay.
But he's been in various different areas of our house. Michael got a little annoyed when he was sitting on the dining room table.
Oh, you put it on the table? Yeah, that's
it. And if I could, I'd wear it around my neck like a necklace.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little heavy.
He has 2 of them, though, right?
Yes, he has 2. Yeah. When I went to the apartment, actually, when I first got the Oscar in New York, I went to put mine next to Michael's, and there was one missing. And I thought that somebody was playing. I thought George Clooney was playing a really bad prank on me. I called Michael on the phone. You never guess what? Something really awful's happened. The Oscar. One of your Oscars been stolen. And he said, no. It's on the road.
Oh, it's on the road.
It was on the road. For One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, they were showing the movie. And doing a debate about it and talking about it, and Oscar was there in the cabinet for the support.
Now, when you were dating Michael, and the first time you went back to his place on a date, did he have them prominently, like, like right, like when you come through the door, were they like right there, where you could see them?
Oh, that's a nice one you have, darling.
I mean, did he do that? Because that's what guys do. They, you know, they put it right. Oh, I didn't even know that was out.
Talk about penis envy.
Yeah.
I've got 2 Oscars.
Yeah.
No, he didn't actually.
Really?
He's very, yes, he's very subtle about them, and they sit in the cabinet. He has a few gongs to his name, my old man.
Yeah. All right. We'll tell you what. Look, we'll take a little break. More with Catherine right after this.
We've all experienced it. The bad hair day, the moment of inattention, the occasional oversight that leaves us feeling we're caught in the world's harsh and unforgiving spotlight. Just how many homeowners expect to feel when they go to refinance. At AmeriQuest, we're glad to surprise them because in over 20 years, we've learned to see homeowners in a very different light. And maybe it's time you took a bow. AmeriQuest, the company that knows you are more.
Buy it now on DVD. A terrifying force has arrived on Earth. It has the power to assume any human form.
You're not Jonesy.
And destroy all human life. Dreamcatcher. Buy it now on DVD and video.
It's time to pick favorites at Red Lobster. Choose freshly breaded shrimp, delicious shrimp scampi, or one of our bold new tastes. Mix and match any 2 dozen for $9.99. Dozens of shrimp, just $9.99. Now at Red Lobster.
Share the love.
The Chrysler Town & Country. It's the ultimate family vehicle, whether you want to see America or Middle Earth.
Do you mind?
Now receive an additional $500 cash allowance when you get the Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers DVD. It's one of the best values in America. See your Chrysler dealer today.
Jonathan Conan, laid-back Alec Baldwin, from Las Vegas, Vanessa Marcel, and a kid's eye view of how Conan warms up the audience.
Whatever works, you know, it's a tradition we have here at the show.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night! And Jack Black is back, hosting the premiere of a new season of Saturday Night Live, this week on NBC.
How would you like to save thousands on a new 2003 Ford Sport Track? Well, here at Jim Skinner Ford, you can. We have new Sport Tracks from just $20,990. They're loaded with automatic air, CD player, power windows and locks, hard tonneau cover, side step bars, and much more. And they're priced starting at just $20,990 with 0% financing available. So if you want to save thousands on a new Ford Sport Track, come to Jim Skinner Ford. And remember, $100 says we'll beat your best deal regardless.
Honey, what is it?
Stuffed crepes at IHOP.
Right now at IHOP, it's new stuffed crepes. Tender crepes filled 3 delicious ways. Grilled ham and Swiss, bacon and cheddar, and supreme. Served with our famous pancakes or hash browns, starting at just $4.99. Stuffed crepes at IHOP. It's the stuff dreams are made of. IHOP. Come hungry, leave happy.
Oh, I still make fantasies happen, but it's 2003, so I use a card like everyone else, like my new Aisle 1 Players card. I get comps and points and great mail offers, and I get my cash back on the same day. Plus Aisle miles for fabulous merchandise and Carnival cruises.
Aisle 1, the best club, the most rewards.
Your fantasies don't need me anymore.
Your friends are on for the final season, and now's your chance to play Toyota Trivia with your friends. Watch every episode of Friends. Pay close attention to the Toyota commercial. Then log on to NBC13.com or stop by your local Toyota dealer to answer the trivia question. You'll have a chance to win fantastic Friends memorabilia, neat NBC13 gear, or a fabulous vacation for your friends. So sit back, relax, and don't miss one episode of the final season of Friends on NBC13. We've got you covered.
Mike Royer and Fran Curry, weekdays on NBC 13 News at 5.
Welcome back. Talking with Oscar winner and new mom, Catherine Zeta-Jones. How's it? Say, I had a baby girl.
I had a baby girl. Her name is Karis.
Karras.
Yeah.
Is that named after Alex Karras from the Detroit
No. She's actually named after a word in the Welsh language which is cariad, which means to love.
Oh, that's pretty. Now your son Dylan is 3?
3 going on 33.
Okay. Now how is he with the new baby? How's that going?
He's actually okay, much better than I thought he was going to be. I bought him a Thomas the Tank engine, and he was really happy when I brought it back from the hospital. Anyone who buys him a Thomas the Tank, you're in.
That works,
Yeah. But he did ask me if when she's going back at one point.
Oh, right.
I said, well, she's not going back.
Okay. But they get along okay?
Yeah, he's
cool.
great, yeah.
All right. Did Michael videotape it? Because I remember last time he videotaped the birth and...
Yeah, I nearly pulled out my IV in the process.
Yeah.
No, it was so quick. It was so quick. I was only in the hospital like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And if it was in the middle of the night, I went into labor. And if it had been in the middle of the day and I would have been in traffic, I would have had the baby in the car.
An hour and a half? Conception takes longer than that. How do you do an hour and a half?
No, it doesn't.
Well, if you do it right. Well, if you know what you're doing. Now, when Michael videotapes his birth, do you get hair and makeup? Is it like a crew? Does he direct?
No,
Does he direct?
please.
Cut. Let's put the baby back. Let's try that shot. Let's try the wide shot.
I mean, on my first child, I really thought I was going to go into a hospital or a spa. You know, I bought myself a beautiful $600 negligee and dressing gown. You just wear the hospital robes. You don't care about that. Any mother will know. You just go past the caring stage really quickly. It's just like, get this baby out of me right now.
The head spins around?
Yeah, I was. It's The Exorcist all over again.
Now tell us about the movie. I like this movie.
Isn't it fun?
Well, you and George play the most awful people. The horrible. See, I like movies about horrible people.
Me too.
It's
to do a romantic comedy where we play these kind of characters is so much more fun to watch. Because the romantic comedies, everyone knows the ending. Boy meets girl, they fall in love, and, you know, there's a 60s hit to play you out.
You guys look great. Even I was watching it going, man, Clooney looks good. I can't believe
it's really hard not to
hang around
look
with those queer-eyed straight guys, but Clooney looks handsome in this movie.
I like what they did to the dressing rooms, though, Jay. I did notice.
Well, that was my touch. But yeah, they did that. But tell people what it's about. He's like the world's greatest divorce lawyer.
Yeah, and he's not a particularly nice man.
No.
And I play a serial divorcee. And when we meet, I am going through another divorce.
Yeah.
And from the instant we meet, we just know that we're both very bad, but we're very attracted to each other.
Just two evil people. Let's take a look at it.
Yes, just looking for love.
Let's take a look.
Like everybody else.
Here we go. Intolerable cruelty. These are the Coen brothers, right? These guys are
terrific.
Great.
Absolutely. What a great experience.
This is in the elevator when you've already divorced the next rich guy.
I'm on my 3rd husband by now,
Let's take a look.
You're looking well, Marilyn.
Hello, Miles.
Obscene wealth becomes you.
I should have known you'd be here.
Be here. I'm the keynote speaker.
Oh, nice for you.
Nailing your spouse's assets.
Excuse me?
My speech.
Oh. I'm sure you'll bring the house down.
That's an easy crowd. At this point, I would think you are probably the only person that I can't teach anything to.
Really?
Now, correct me, but since by now the ink must be dry, I believe I have the right to collect.
Oh.
You promised to have dinner with me once you were free.
I said I wouldn't whilst I wasn't, which implies no promise once I am.
Noted. Let me rephrase. I would be delighted, honored, really, if you'd...
Howard! Howard!
You named him after your ex.
I'm sentimental.
Very funny movie. Good job. Now, who's a better kisser, George or Michael? I'm curious.
Oh, please.
I don't know.
I'm going to have to say you, darling.
Well, thank you very much. That's what I thought. Remember, an hour and a half. Listen, I know you've got to run. You have your premiere tonight.
Yeah, I'd love to stay. I know you've got a great show, but I have a date with George Clooney.
Oh, there you are. Well, thank you. Thanks. Tell George we'll see you tomorrow night. Catherine Zeta-Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Be right back with Howard Dean right after this.
Are you one of the millions who feel twisted and bloated and constipated? Is your body telling you something's wrong, but you're not sure why? If you have recurring abdominal pain or discomfort, bloating and constipation, see your doctor. You may have a medical condition called IBS with constipation. And now there's a medicine for women that works at the source of the problem. Prescription Zelnorm. Only Zelnorm's proven to relieve the symptoms of IBS with constipation. Unlike laxatives and fiber, only Zelnorm helps coordinate the nerves, muscles, and fluid in your GI tract, so it starts functioning more normally, and you can start feeling better. Zelnorm is only indicated for women, but it doesn't work in all women. You should not take Zelnorm if you have a history of diarrhea, kidney, liver, or gallbladder disease, intestinal blockage, or adhesions. Tell your doctor if you get diarrhea or cramping, worsening of abdominal pain, dizziness, or headache. Ask your doctor about getting relief with Zelnorm. Zelnorm. Be yourself again.
On October 10th, Earth is going to the dogs. I have come here from the Homestar.
It may look to you like people are in charge. You don't see us picking up their poop.
Good boy. Can I have a cookie? Rated PG. Starts Friday, October 10th.
Okay, 2 blades are better than 1, and 3 blades are better than 2. And that's as good as it gets, right? Wrong. The new Schick Quattro has the power of 4 blades and 2 conditioning strips, which makes Quattro unlike any other razor. And those 4 blades give you an incredibly close, smooth shave. So your 5 o'clock shadow shows up late. 4 blades. Where will it stop? Here. Schick Quattro, the power of 4.
We're back. Players still down on the field. How do you deal with that as a coach?
Well, you know, when a player gets hurt and you're a coach, it doesn't make any difference if it's your player or it's the other team's player. Everything stops until you're sure he's okay.
And he's up.
It looks like he's going to be all right.
Outback's curbside takeaway. Call up, pull up, then enjoy the great taste of Outback anywhere.
Swim class, $60. Hockey camp, $340. Driving lessons, $250. Being able to let go. Being able to let go. Priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For parents everywhere, there's MasterCard.
Maybe I don't own a fancy building or a big shipping department yet. But Brown still takes my business seriously. I can print labels, track shipments, order a pickup right from here. And with the time I save, I can build my business. Maybe I'm not exactly part of the limousine set, but I have a driver.
Small business shipping, synchronized. UPS, what can Brown do for you?
It silenced the skeptics. It defied the laws of physics. It tested the limits of human ingenuity. What will it do next? Introducing the new LS from Lexus.
Get ready for a love boat full of laughs. Cuba Gooding Jr. stars in Boat Trip with Horatio Sands, Vivica A. Fox, and the Swedish sun tanning team.
You live?
Oh, yeah. Oh, the ice cream. Yeah, that's okay.
Boat Trip, now available on DVD and video.
NBC Wednesday starts with an all-new Ed. Last week he got the woman of his dreams. Now she's moving in, and romance becomes reality. Then, The West Wing, the moment America's been waiting for. The fate of the president's kidnapped daughter
They are going to shoot her.
will be decided in one defining moment. And on an all-new Law & Order, a big-time reporter fakes a news story that leads to murder.
Stop the presses.
Ed, The West Wing, and Law & Order, all new NBC Wednesday.
All righty. Welcome back. This is the most fascinating part of this job, getting to meet the men and women who will one day go on to lead this country. I I'm fascinated this happens to me. Until recently, my next guest was an obscure former governor from Vermont, but thanks to the internet and a very scrappy campaign, he's become the #1 contender for the Democratic presidential nomination. Please welcome Howard Dean. That was the campaign wave.
That's right. That's right. This is
get that, the brisk kind of thing. Yeah, it's just manly enough, you know. You can.
I didn't used to be able to do that. But
no,
I had a lot of practice.
Yeah, you got to practice doing the wave. Well, thank you for coming. Nice to see you.
Thanks. You have a group of people here that are very supportive of me.
Yeah, you have a lot of fans in you.
I don't want to. Well, what Jay doesn't know is that he has a couple of moles. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but Vicky actually contributed to our campaign.
She did. Wow.
She did.
How about that? There you go.
Say that. And Catherine Zeta-Jones told us that she was also supporting us.
This is Hollywood. Don't believe everything you hear. Yeah.
Well,
I can tell you're from Vermont. But they said they liked us, but I don't understand.
She told me she... She told me she was from Wales. Well, that was a lot, wasn't it?
No, she's from Wales. Now, your background is interesting. I know your family is Republican, right?
That's true.
Staunch.
My mother, I won't say how old she is, but she changed her registration this year so she could vote for me in the New York primary.
Oh, that's right.
It's the first time
What
ever.
did she say? What did your mother say? I mean, you're a doctor, and you go, Mom, I'm going to run for... Was she the first person you told?
No.
No.
My wife.
Okay, your wife.
Kids.
Okay.
Right.
But what did your mom say?
The quote in the magazine was, "Why, that's preposterous, and besides, it's very expensive."
Oh, well, that's true. Oh, just shut up and get back to work. I mean, did she take you seriously?
I don't think so.
No? But she takes it seriously now?
She does. She does.
Now, were you ever a Republican at one time?
What is this, Truth or Dare, Consequences, or whatever that game is they play?
Basically.
When I was 15 years old, I have to confess, I went to the Republican National Convention in San Francisco with 4 friends because somebody's father had given us tickets. And it was interesting. I knew nothing about politics. I was for Goldwater because I didn't know any better. And my parents were all Republicans. Right. But it was interesting because it was the convention at which Nelson Rockefeller was booed off the stage. Bill Scranton, the last Republican moderate, I think, that got anywhere in the presidential race, was soundly defeated, and the right wing began to take over the Republican Party. It was a historic moment, although I wasn't old enough to appreciate the history.
Yeah, okay. So you practiced medicine, but you didn't want to be a doctor originally either, correct? What were you...
Oh, my checkered past. You've done all the research. I left college, didn't know what I wanted to do, ended up working on Wall Street for 2 years.
Okay. You left college or graduated college?
No, I graduated from college.
Okay.
I did.
Okay. Well, you said you left college.
This is getting to be a little like Tim Russert, isn't it?
Let's turn that light on and bring it over your head. Now, you said, okay, so you graduated in college, then you went into the family business, the Wall Street.
Right.
Bored with that?
This is very impolitic, but I'm not a city person.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to live in New York.
Okay.
And so I really wanted to be... I was born in New York, but I really grew up mostly in East Hampton, New York, which in those days was a second home community, but not like it is now.
Okay.
It was very rural. We had no television. There was no such thing as cable. All you get was Channel 8 from New Haven, which was so fuzzy that nobody could ever watch it. So all we did was play softball and football and hockey and all that stuff. So I wanted to be outside, and you can't do that in New York.
Okay, so how does one then become a doctor?
When I tried to figure out what I wanted to do with my life, I thought of 3 things. One was to teach, but I'd done some student teaching when I was in college, and one of the things I was not able to do was to stand for 5 hours without going to the bathroom, which is what teachers have to do. Are there any teachers in the audience, right?
That's probably more information that I need to know, but yeah,
right.
All right.
No, teaching is very tough.
Right,
it really is tough, and that's one of the things you have to be able to do.
Okay.
I thought of going to Wall Street, which is what I did, because it was the path of least resistance. And I also thought about being a physician, but I would have had to go. I was very good at science when I was in high school, but I didn't take any science courses when I was in college, so I would have had to go back and take all my science courses, which I ultimately did. After working for almost 2 years on Wall Street, I went to night school, worked in an emergency room, went to Columbia General Studies, and took all my biology, organic chemistry, and all that.
Okay, so you become a doctor.
And became a doctor.
So how do you go from doctor? How long did you practice medicine before you went into politics?
About 10 years, because when you're in politics in Vermont, I was in the legislature, I was lieutenant governor. That's all part-time job. So I was practicing with my wife in my practice, And one day, I got a phone call from the governor's office, and the governor dropped dead of a heart attack at the age of 63, and I was the governor. So I never really decided to leave medicine.
Didn't I see this show on Fox? So you're a doctor who then becomes, he's the governor. It sounds like it's all right. So then you become, so now you're the governor. Now what?
It's true.
So this is your calling now.
It was a very interesting time. One of my snide remarks that I talk about in this speech about the president is I served as governor long enough so that I served through both Bush recessions, not just one.
Right.
And so I was a fiscal conservative. We had to balance the budget. It was really tough. We did not give enormous tax cuts. We put a lot of money aside, cut the state's debt by a quarter. And
now, are you a cheapskate like Catherine? Would your family say you're cheap?
Yes.
Thrifty? What?
I am cheap.
Cheap? Yeah, real cheap?
Really cheap.
Yeah, yeah.
Embarrassingly cheap.
Really?
I have a suit that I used to wear that I bought when I was lieutenant governor for $125 at J.C.Penney. And it was such a great suit that I just used to love it. And so I'd always wear it, and people would make remarks about it, but I was the governor, so they couldn't make too many remarks. So one time I went on a trade mission to Argentina, and I was in Argentina with the president of the Chamber of Commerce, who was this former Reagan White House staffer. We were pretty good friends, and he didn't make too many personal remarks, but one day the suit was really in bad shape. So I said, okay, Wayne, tomorrow before we go home, we're going to burn the suit. So that was great. He was really looking forward. He bought champagne for everybody that night. So I went and hung the trousers in the closet, and the next day I got up to take the plane, and there was not a wrinkle in the place. I said, I can't burn a suit that doesn't have any wrinkles in it. So I said, okay. So I wore it home. It had no wrinkles. And I thought that it was all ripped inside. It was terrible. So I said, well, this is, and it was a long plane ride. We missed the plane. It was about a 20-hour trip home. So I got home. I said, okay, this is ridiculous. We're going to throw it out. But just to see what will happen, I'll clean the pants by throwing them in the washing machine.
You put the suit in the washing machine.
I put the suit in the washing machine. So I turned the washing machine on. The next day, out comes the suit, not a wrinkle there, perfectly pressed. I still have the suit. It's true.
Now that sounds like an Alec Guinness movie I saw.
That's why I'm a fiscal conservative, and that's what this country needs, right?
That's right. Let me ask you, now I see you. I've watched you in the debates, and you look like you have a temper. Do you have a temper?
Certainly not.
Well, you look like, well, you're never going to go into acting, I'll tell you that. That's for sure. Forget that. Forget that. Are you thin-skinned? Are you thick-skinned? Because it seemed like Gephardt and the boys, when the debate, they seemed to be ganging up on you. It looked like they were getting your goat, and I was sitting, I said, oh, he's going to lose it. You didn't, but I went, oh, is he going to lose it?
That's sort of the drama of the campaign.
Yeah,
they all think I'm going to lose it, so they do their best. I haven't yet, but there's always hope, right?
Well, okay.
No, it is one of the interesting things. You know, we came from an asterisk in January, thanks to a lot of people here. I mean, we're just hit 450,000 people.
Well, I read today you've raised more money than even Clinton, who was king of the fundraisers. Right. But very quietly, you don't seem like, I don't hear about money coming in. And then today I read you've raised $12.9 million more in a quarter than any other Democrat.
What we did was we went out and got 150,000 people to give us $82 apiece. Okay. That's the way to raise money, and that's the way to beat George Bush. He's got all those $2,000 checks. We're going to go out and get 1 million people to give us $82, and we're going to win.
Well, we have a tape of you. I'll show you. His fundraising is rather unorthodox. Well, I caught you fundraising earlier today. Do we have the tape? Quite a gifted guitar player. I remember seeing you about 8 years ago in concert. Do we have that footage? With The Who? I think it was with The Who. That's what it was. Hey, real quick, what do you think? Is Hillary going to run? What's going to happen there?
I don't think she will.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
What's your biggest fear? What's the biggest fear? What could derail this thing? What could go,
I never think about that.
No?
And I know this seems odd, but I never think about what could derail it. All I think about is going one step at a time. My favorite proverb is, the longest journey begins with a single step, and you just keep stepping and stepping and stepping until you get there.
Well, good luck, sir. It's a pleasure to meet you. Very nice.
Thank you.
Howard Dean, be right back with Lyle Lovett.
Tonight, cut and lay back Alec Baldwin from Las Vegas Vanessa Marcel, and a kid's eye view of how Conan warms up the audience.
Whatever works, you know, it's a tradition we have here at the show.
Thursday, be there for the night Ross finds out.
At first, I was like, ah! But now, I'm fine. I don't know why it's coming out all loud and squeaky.
And find out what it means for their friendship.
What is this thing with you and Rachel?
I'm crazy about it.
Friends, NBC Thursday.
Introducing solid foods at the wrong time could put your baby at risk. That's tomorrow morning on NBC 13 Today. Plus, find out how some East Alabama residents will get a chance for cleaner air. We've got you covered from 5 to 7 a.m. on NBC 13 Today.
No down payment, no security deposit, no bank fees, no nothing. Sarah Toyota announces Toyotas with nothing down. 03 Tacomas, $179 with nothing down. Or 03 Tundras, $218 with nothing down. Nothing down Toyotas, only at Sarah Toyota, home of the original free tires for life. 03 Tacomas, $179 or 03 Tundras, $218, all with nothing down. Only at Sarah Toyota.
Direct from New York, the Radio City Christmas Spectacular, starring the world-famous Rockettes in their final season in Nashville. Time magazine calls this winter wonderland of family fun one of the grandest holiday traditions in America. So bring your family to the Grand Ole Opry House at Gaylord Opryland in Nashville for the final season of the Radio City Christmas Spectacular. Call for tickets today.
You've asked for it, and it's back. Mazer Furniture and Appliances' gigantic tent is up at Mazer's in Homewood, and the tent is bulging with overstocked merchandise from our furniture and appliance store. We must reduce our inventory from our warehouse to make room for new furniture arriving soon. Furniture, appliances, home accessories, it's all being put in a big tent every day, and tremendous markdowns are being made. Shop early and often to find the best deals in town. Only at Mazer Furniture and Appliance, Homewood.
Another diet bites the dust? Actually, no. It's not a diet. It's Weight Watchers.
I mean, I can't eat this stuff 24/7. There are limits.
Weight Watchers introduces new Flex Points. The points let you lose. The Flex lets you live.
So do you feel, restricted? Do I look restricted?
New Flex Points. Start flexing, start losing. Join now for only $18. Weight Watchers. Real food, real life, real results.
How would you like to save thousands on a new 2003 Ford Sport Track? Well, here at Jim Skinner Ford, you can. We have new Sport Tracks from just $20,990. They're loaded with automatic air, CD player, power windows and locks, hard tonneau cover, side step bars, and much more. And they're priced starting at just $20,990 with 0% financing available. So if you want to save thousands on a new Ford Sport Track, come to Jim Skinner Ford. And remember, $100 says we'll beat your best deal regardless.
Next time on Starting Over, it's all-out war.
I only have one friend in this room.
Give me a break. That's disrespectful. I feel like I wanted to strangle that heifer.
Life has never been this real. Starting Over.
Tomorrow at 2 on NBC 13. Mike Moore and Melina Wells, weekdays on NBC 13 News at 6.
It's provided by Hilton Hotels and Resorts. From a quick weekend getaway to the vacation of a lifetime, it happens at the Hilton.
My next guest, one of our favorites here at the show, four-time Grammy-winning singer and songwriter. His latest CD is called My Baby Don't Tolerate. Please welcome Lyle Lovett.
A friend of mine, he said to me, a skinny girl is a misery. I shook my head, cause I knew he couldn't be right. And that's when I thought back to just last night. When I got home, it was maybe a little late. There was no crumb on the plate. There was no martini, no glass of grape, and it was then I sought to contemplate some things my baby don't tolerate. what could you possibly have been doing until 11:30? And not being completely insensitive, I could tell my ship had run aground. I buckled up, you know she buckled down some things my baby don't tolerate. My baby don't tolerate. My baby don't tolerate from me. Not appreciate the guidance of a good woman who truly loves him. He might drift in despair in the ignorant, dumb misdoings of his dirty daily existence. But that's not me. No, yes, sirree. I'm proof that you set you free. Some things my baby don't tolerate. My baby don't tolerate.
That was great.
Thank you.
I want to thank my guest, Lyle Lovett, of course, Howard Dean, and the lovely Catherine Zeta-Jones. Her new film is Entitled Cruelty. Opens this week. Stay tuned for Conan coming up next. Good night, everybody.